Mikey here, Whiskey Delta Zero Oscar Mike, and I have an important correction that I need to provide. I got something wrong a few shorts ago. I posted a short about what I thought was a bad choke cable and having to swap it out. And it was part of my ongoing theme of always having a plan B, always making sure you have spares. That part's still valid, of course. Always have a plan B, always have spares, always have other ways you can do things with you, because you never know when something's going to break, something's going to go wrong. But the thing I thought that went wrong is not what went wrong. And I want to talk about that quickly. So here we go. So the thing that I was talking about was this choke cable, or one very like it. I don't think it was this exact one. I thought it was bad, and it had been connected. Here's the trick. This had been connected not here to the end of my sort of stack of radio equipment to the tuner. It had been connected between the amp and the radio. Turns out that's bad. Turns out that's not where you put a choke, ever. That's a bad placement. I didn't even think about it, but once someone told me in a different conversation, someone else asked the question. Over on the HRCC Discord, someone asked the question about where to put the choke, and someone else said, oh yeah, make sure you don't put it in between things. Put it where the antenna enters the system. It makes perfect sense. As soon as you think it through, I hadn't thought it through. So what I had done at the time was just replace with a straight jumper and had no choke in the system at all. Once I heard that, I put this choke here. I've got a different choke I'm actually going to put on later today. The point is that if you are putting a choke in the system on the radio side of the system and not on the antenna side, for whatever reason you have for putting it on one side or the other, if you are putting it on the radio side of the system, make sure it is coming into the last device in the chain, or first, depending on your point of view. If that's directly into the radio because you only have the radio, that's where you put it. But if you've got an amp, if you've got a tuner, it goes at the end of that chain, in this case in the back of the tuner, as the antenna feed. As part of the, so the antenna goes into the choke goes into the tuner goes into the amp goes into the radio. That's the chain. That's the correct order of things in this chain. So would it be great if I could put the choke at the other end? Yeah, but I'm on a lip mount with a feed line that is, I would have to do surgery to do that. And I don't feel like doing surgery, so the choke goes here. Do I even need a choke? No, what I probably need to do is more grounding and bonding, but that's a project for another day. Whiskey Delta Zero Oscar Mike saying 73.